Well, that happened. Who in their right mind would pick TCU to upset Michigan? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. Your boy Matt did. I guess that's one of the only picks this year so far I've gotten right, and it's about how I win it. I can't remember exactly how I said it would go, but I said TCU would win. I thought it'd be a close game, and first things first, if I'm a Michigan fan, I'm feeling pretty bad about this, and I'll explain why. As a Bama fan, and y'all will be able to relate to this, I don't mind losing games. I really don't. What gets to me is losing games that we should have won. For example, the Tennessee game didn't really bother me. Why? Because Tennessee played a great game. We didn't deserve to win that game. We played good. Tennessee just played better. Same thing with the LSU game. Both of Alabama losses this year, not really upset about them because the other team played great. The thing with Michigan in this TCU game is Michigan just flat out threw the game away. How many? Hold on, I'm trying to think on the top of my head. In the first half, you had I think it was the first drive of the game. You had it 4th and goal. The stupid. Can y'all just let me know in the comment section? Am I the only one who is sick and tired of the Philly special? Yeah, it was cool 4-5 years ago, and it was a rare and sneaky play. But the Philly special at this point, if you're running it in a serious situation, if you want to run it for a 2-point conversion, that's fine. But if you're running it on a goal line situation, 4th and goal like Michigan did, when you're supposed to be bigger and stronger in TCU, idiotic play call. That cost Michigan 7 points. So let's just say, at bare minimum, that cost Michigan 3 points. To go on top of that, J.J. McCarthy had not 1 but 2 pick sixes. That was, they missed the extra point on 1. That is, we'll just say 14 points. So you had the early 3. That's 17 points Michigan just crapped away. And then, don't even get me started on this. J.J. McCarthy throws a bomb. The Michigan receiver, he's sliding into the end zone, catches it. They review it, say he's short. Worst play call this season outside of the Georgia and Tennessee game where they said Hendon Hooker wasn't sacked into the end zone. If you know what I'm talking about, those 2 play calls this season were flat out terrible. And then what do you know? And this is Michigan's fault, but still, the play shouldn't even happen. Michigan got it 1st and inches on the goal line, and they fumble. This is just stuff that happens in football. Anytime there's a terrible play call and it feels like the team should have got a touchdown, they're going to mess up, and now we're going to blame the refs and yada, yada, yada. I don't want to dive into all of that. So long story short, Michigan gave away. They just crapped away 23 points. Let me go over this again because I know I'm all over the place. You had the first drive of the game where Michigan, they went for it on 4th down. That should have been at bare minimum 3 points. And then you had the pick 6. That's 10 points. Another pick 6, 17 points. And then that touchdown where it should have been touchdown reviewed, wasn't, and then you fumbled. The kicker missed extra points. So ultimately, Michigan crapped away 23 points. And the reason I say this should sting, and it probably stings if you're a Michigan fan, you're still a better football team than TCU, in my humble opinion. The game went exactly how I predicted and thought it would go, and it's the reason I said Michigan's in trouble. TCU is such a weird ball team. Are they elite at anything? Are they really great at anything? Not really. You could say they're a great offensive team, but overall, they're just one of those scrappy teams that they're going to be in it till the end, and if they get a bounce that goes their way, they're going to win. That's what this TCU team is. It reminds me a lot of a Cinderella team that's making a deep run into March Madness. And let me say this. I know it's kind of random and off topic. I don't want to keep bringing them up. But why are Alabama fans still talking about, man, the committee got it wrong. We should have been in the playoff. The playoff rankings were 4 weeks ago. Alabama fans, look, I get it. You want to be in the playoff, but get over it. You weren't one of the best 4 teams. And I'm a Bama fan telling you this. TCU, and this is a little controversial, I think Alabama, I tweeted this out earlier today, by the way, go follow my Twitter. I think Alabama is better than Ohio State. I think Alabama is better than TCU. However, I don't think Alabama deserved to be in over TCU. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know. I know to some people that may not make sense. Matt, how you saying Bama's better than TCU, but TCU deserved to be in over Bama? And that's because TCU looked like a better team throughout this season. The reason I say Bama's a better football team than TCU, because that's the cold hard truth. And anybody that knows college football, you know this. If Alabama and TCU play tomorrow, 98.4% of you watching this, you're putting your money on Alabama. It is what it is. I just wanted to put that out there. Alabama fans, please please shut up. You're making a fool out of yourself. You don't deserve to be in the playoff. Getting back on track with this game, there's not too much to say, at least from my standpoint, because I'm not shocked. I picked TCU to win in a close one, and that's what happened. I knew TCU was going to score a lot of points in their defense. They may be scrappy, may get a couple stops, and that's what happened. They scored a lot on defense. I don't want to sit up here and continue to ramble and sound like a broken record player here. TCU is a solid football team, and that's all there is to it. Look, at this point in the season, if you can't man up and admit, okay, TCU is the real deal, I don't think you know anything about sports. TCU is a good team, that's all there is to it. I don't even want to hear these conversations about, oh, well, Michigan's frauds, the Big Ten's fraudulent, they got proved wrong. It has nothing to do with that. How about we give credit to TCU? Michigan had a great season. You can have a great season and lose in the playoff. That doesn't mean you're a bad football team and this season's a waste. As to when I'm speaking, Ohio State and Georgia, they're about to kick off. Look, in these games, it comes down to big-time plays. Who's going to make the big-time plays? TCU, they just made more. As corny and as cliche as it sounds, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it's just not your year. I really don't have too much more to say. Congratulations, TCU, and yeah, we'll probably react to the Georgia and Ohio State game. That's the one I'm really looking forward to the most, and yeah, I might be